Hey gang, Tim here again from Swords and Stones. I thought I would do a fun video today just for something different. So I'm going to go through my current dice collection just because there are a lot of people out there like me that happen to be dice goblins. So as you can see, I've got a few. I'm going to turn this the proper way. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 24 sets in there. Got another 6 or 7 sets in here. And a couple of goblin-sized dice there, and of course my favorite, the 35 or 75 mil, the big one. And then we got our dice tower over here to roll a few of these. Okay, so let's go through the main set here. Now, when I started collecting, my objective was to start with, oops, sorry about the bump, solid colors, as in. And I'm a fan of the rounded edge polyhedral dice. I'm not a fan of sharp edge just because I don't know, for me they don't roll as well. But I like the rounded edge, basic looking, inexpensive dice. So when I first started the collection, my objective was to collect basically the solid colors as you would compare to a Crayola crayon box, because when I was a kid, that was one of my favorite things to use, was Crayola crayons to draw, because I enjoy art. So I started out with, as you can see, here's a solid purple. And then we've got blue. We got red. We got black. We got white. We got a gray. And then, of course, we have some alternate blue colors. We got a little lighter blue there. And then we've got up here, we've got nice bright pink. It looks like the numbers aren't colored in all that well, but whatever. And then we've got really cool green. I really like this shade of green. And of course, vibrant yellow, just because we need something bright and legible, because my old eyes can't read the numbers all the time. And yeah, so we've got, oh, that's not a solid one. Beyond that, I decided once I've got that selection done, here's another solid purple, a little more of a royal purple color, that I would go ahead and try to find the matching translucent ones. So moving up the line with the purple, we got a little darker purple, but it is translucent, as you can kind of see the shades going through there. And then we got a lighter color, which is obviously very translucent. And again, that's our purple line. Going up the blue line here, we've got a little darker blue, really nice blue color. And then going up, we've got a little bit lighter, more of a turquoise, seemingly, but very much more translucent. And then we get into our reds. We've got your basic translucent red here. Focus, there we go. And for some reason I have, oh, these are orange ones, I believe. Yeah, these are orange, translucent orange. I do have a solid set of orange dice, but they're currently in my wife's dice box. Oh, I missed this one for the Crayola colors as well, for solids. Nice chocolate brown, which is actually quite hard to find. No translucents for those, for the blacks or for the whites. We do have a translucent pink. And nice translucent green. And a nice translucent yellow. Now, as far as clears, I've got 2 sets of clears with white numbers. We preferably have black numbers. Again, easier for me to read. These ones here, which I picked one up earlier, is actually not black. It's translucent, kind of a smoky color. So I consider that a translucent gray. Yeah, so that's it. The only other optional set of dice I have in here is a very cool set of rainbow dice. And this is actually a larger D20 than your standard. Just a smidge. If I can get a D20 out of here from somewhere. There we go. So as you can see, slightly bigger, which is cool, because then I can read it better, and I find they roll nicer when they're that big. Okay, so that's the main set of dice. Pop those off to the side. And bringing in here now are some optional dice sets, which a couple of these were gifts. and some that I bought myself. Now I've got these sorted into dice types. So you got your percentiles, your D8s, D10s, D4s. For some reason, a couple of my D6s got mixed into there. A couple of D6s over here, your 12s and your 20s. So we'll go through the 20s just to show you the sets of these optionals. This is kind of a metallic copper color with gold lettering. It's very cool. It was a gift. We have here kind of a dual two-tone sea colors. Our Waterborne Adventures, if you like that. I have an extra set of solid white in here with black numbers. And then we have, this is kind of like a earth tone. Okay, focus. There we go. So it's got kind of a marbly texture to it looking, as well as green numbers, which actually show up quite well. I kind of like that. We have another kind of a marbled or speckled, I guess they call that when you purchase dice. This is blue and black, and again bright blue numbers, so easier to read. We have another optional mixed color. This is not quite a two-tone. It technically is, but it's kind of a swirl. And again, white numbers, so they're really easy to read. So that's basically the sets that I have in here. Another optional black set, black and white, just because I have a few extras. Two other optionals that I have in here, which I thought were kind of the fun dice, and wanted to get these just because we have two D20s, opposing D20s. Each of these D20s has the wonderful saying on it where it's the Nat 20 or the Nat 1, which obviously you can tell by the words on it which way these roll. Black one here as well. We have the natural 1 and the natural 20. And as far as color is concerned, these are basically kind of a swirly, marbly color. You can kind of pick out some of the texture in there. Red and black. Would have loved to have these as oversized dice, like these goblin dice back here, this kind of size. I just find those more fun to roll. So those are my Art Deco sets of dice, as opposed to my solid colors and the translucents that I showed just prior. Now, because I've got basically, for normal size dice, I've got all that I really want. So I'm starting to collect these, which I call goblin size dice. And these are swirl color. These both come from the same manufacturer, which you can get on Amazon. And not a bad price. I think they're 17 bucks for one set. But I think these are cool, and I find these so much easier to roll when you're rolling in your tower. Comes out, and you can see, I can see those a lot clearer. So for me, being an old guy, those I prefer, and those are my goblin dice and rolling in my homemade tower. Last but not least is our Goliath die, polyresin. Got a little bit of chunk to it. Rolls nicely, and it's a bit loud, as you can hear. Clunk, clunk, clunk. But yeah, so that is a basic rundown of my dice collection. I do have another bag of odds and sods, again with a couple of oversized D20s this size, one red and one blue, which I use in our Swords and Stones game as our opposing dice rolls. When we're doing combat, we roll two D20s. One is designated the NPC monster, and the other is designated the PC. So we roll attack and defense basically at the same time. So you can check out the other video for our game to figure that out for combat. And yeah, right on. Okay, have a cool day. Ciao.